guys, it's Devin, and today I have my third and final prom tutorial. I decided to go with a bolder bronze eye that I think contrasts with the other two prom tutorials I have. I will put clips of them both here, and then you can also click on those, and there will be links in the description bar as well. That's all I have to say. I hope you've enjoyed these prom tutorials. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. Alright, so I'm first going to start out by applying my MICABEAUTY eye primer all over my eyes. This is just a tinted primer that is going to help my eyeshadow last longer and be more vibrant without creasing. And then I'm going to go ahead and set that in place using a matte eyeshadow that is the same color as my skin tone. I'm just going to apply this all the way from lid to brow bone just to set the primer in place because it is a bit sticky. So this is going to make sure that the shadows we lay on top blend well. Then I'm going to take Showgirl out of the Too Faced Stardust palette, and this is just a golden bronze that I'm going to apply all over the lid. Next, to add a little bit of dimension into the crease, I'm going to take Millennial, which is just a light, warm brown, and I'm just going to blend that into the crease just to give it a little bit of color. To make this look a bit more smoky, I'm going to take this dark brown with golden shimmer and I'm going to start applying that in the outer corner, concentrating on the lid and the lower crease. And once that is applied, I'm just going to start blending that out with a clean blending brush to make sure that there aren't any harsh edges and the fade into the bronze is seamless. And then using a pencil brush, I'm just applying a bit of the warm brown and the deeper brown on the lower lash line, just for a little bit of depth. And then I'm just going to wind my waterline using this Urban Decay pencil in Faint. This is just the perfect balance between a nude and a black. It's just going to kind of balance out the look and make the lower lash line just a bit smokier. Next, I'm going to do the winged liner using my Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I'm just going to do the classic moderately thick wing as I do and just fill it in accordingly. Next, to really amplify this look and take it to the next level, I'm going to take the matte black out of the palette, and I'm going to start by dragging this out from the wing in towards the center of my lid, and this is just really going to add an extra smoky element and kind of create that really nice depth in the outer corner. So basically I'm just going to go back and reapply that and then blend it out until the fade is exactly how I want it to be. And then once I'm happy with the result, I'm just going to go back again with that black liner and redraw over that line. You want to make sure you add the black after you do the liner, but you will have to go over your liner again once the black is blended out. I'm just going to do a quick coat of mascara on my upper and lower lashes. I will be using false lashes today, no surprise there. But I'm just going to make sure I really lengthen and separate those lower lashes again because the upper lash line is a bit dramatic, so we want it to balance out. The lashes that I'm using today were a bit stiff coming out of the package, so here you can just see me wiggling the band just to kind of loosen them up and get them to conform more to my eye shape. And then of course applying my Duo Brush On adhesive, and then once that gets tacky, I'm just going to start by applying it the center portion of the lash, and then I will go in and apply the inner and outer corners just to make sure that it is really adhered all the way across the lash band. Now moving to my complexion, I did do my foundation off camera, so skipping that step, I'm just applying a matte highlighting powder that is just a little bit lighter than my skin tone all the way under my eyes and then also under where I'm going to contour. And then I'm going to start my brows, and I'm using the Essence Make Me Brow Mascara in Brownie Brows. That's a stupid name, but they didn't ask me. But I'm just combing that all the way through my brows and then letting it dry for a bit. Then once it's dried, I'm taking my DIPBROW by Anastasia and just kind of filling in any extra gaps and painting on the tails of my brows, and then combing through those with a spoolie. And then I'm going to highlight the inner corner using this shade called Selfie. It's just a shimmery off-white, and just going to apply that and blend it out. To contour today, I'll be using the Urban Decay eyeshadow in ANAHEIM, which is just a light cool brown, and I'm going to start carving out my cheekbones, and then I'm just going to blend gently with an angled blush brush. And then I'm also going to apply that around the parameters of my hairline, since my forehead is actually showing for once. And then taking a smaller flat brush, I'm just going to lightly contour the tip of my nose and then blend it out, because nobody wants an unblended nose contour. Next, I'm just wiping away any of that excess powder that didn't get absorbed into my skin using a clean powder brush. I use the word clean loosely. I just didn't shove it in powder before this. And then I'm going to apply my blush, which is just the City Color Papaya Matte Blush, which is one of my favorite neutral peachy blushes. And just applying that to the apples of the cheeks, and then brushing backwards and blending out. To highlight, I'm using, of course, my BECCA Moonstone highlighter, because when you have this one, there's no point in using another one. So I just highlighted my Cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and the bridge of my nose. And then I'm also highlighting my cheekbones, of course, and making sure that I highlight the sides of my temples as well, which is something I also like to do when my hair is up. To finish off this look, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Liar lipstick, which is just a bright peachy nude, and just going to apply this all over the lips, and then, my friends, we are finished with this tutorial. So that concludes this tutorial. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. There's a link to do so on the screen, as well as links to all my social media accounts, and that stuff is also down below in the description bar. That is all I have for today, so thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.